Alright, now that we have created an organization, created membership types, onboarded a member, now if we want to edit some of the settings, we can do that from here. You can see I'm on the organization and now I can click on setup so that I can customize any of the setups I've already made. I can make the organization private again. I can modify any of the data that I want to, and there are a few other details also, like the email, which is not present in the initial setup. We can check this box to use the primary admin contact for all the email correspondence, and we can also create a footer or email sign off for all of our emails. Now if we click on others, you can see that we can also integrate MailChimp API key and MailChimp audience ID so that we can send mails in the bulk. Now let's see, we can also modify add-ons that we created. As you can see, we have the extra add-ons page, and inside it is the Netflix subscription, and we have the surplus benefits. If I click on it, it will show me the participation in event dinners. We have a lot of stuff here, and we can also edit these add-ons again and change any details we want to. They will then reflect on the user side. Now let's create a corporate membership. Let's go back to setup. We have the membership details here, clicking on it. Now we have the membership types. Let's create a corporate membership type. Let's set its membership category to support team. Selection availability, let's set it to always available. Setting the cost at $100. Let's leave the joining fee as it is. Let's keep the anniversary expiry to no, and current period expiry date is 1st of December 2028. I'll check this corporate box. This ensures that this is a corporate membership, and let's set the child limit to 3 so that a corporate member can add 3 sub members and not more than that. Let's add it and save those changes. Sorry. So now we can go back to dashboard. I have this link here through which I can join. This link will be customized to each of the clients. So let's open up an incognito tab, onboard a new user. I already have the previous user logged in. I'm going to log this out. Now I can go back and take this link, copy it, and go to this link. I don't want the hassle to find out that organization again. Now I don't have an account, so I'm going to sign up. Let's create another set of sample credentials, sample@yahoo.com. Let's fill in the personal details. Let's say it's Robin Esther. Let's leave all of those details because none of it is mandatory. I'll agree to the privacy policy and click on sign up. Oh, okay. So apparently I've used these credentials. Let's say it is ymail.com. I'll also adjust the password to make sure that I remember these credentials. Now my sign up is successful. I'll be joining this. You can see there are two membership categories: support team and development team, and I have this corporate membership available inside of the support team. I'll click on this. I'll select the organization chapter. Now this is an interesting point. This is going to represent my organization name. Let's say I belong to Nickel Fox. Now let's click on next. You'll see an extra tab pop up for sub members. Now let's answer the custom questions. Let's say no, or let's say yes. You must notice that we don't have an add-ons tab here, which is there for a reason, because we didn't have any add-ons tied up to the corporate membership that we created, so there are no add-ons, so the add-on page will not show. Now we said yes to this one, so we'll go next. Now we can add our sub members. Let's say if it's an existing user within Currinda, we'll be able to search them from here. Let's say I'm searching for Vijay. Let's say it's Vijay Ahuja. I'll add this person. Now I'll add another person. Let's say John. Let's say select John Prescott. Add. And now let's add another one. Let's say the name is Tyler. David Tyler. Let's click on add. Now if I want to add another sub member, it must throw me an error. You can see this parent membership has exceeded its child limit. Now I'll close this one, and I have 3 sub members now. Let's click on next. Now you can see there's this purchase order. If I want to add it, we can add it, or we can just leave it out. We also have the discount codes and pending payments. Now I can select the outstanding invoice items and pay like I used to. I'll again pay by direct deposit. Let's say confirm payment, and my membership is complete. As you can see, I can now also download and select some documents from here. Select and download from some documents from here. Let's see full invoice and outstanding. Now I can also set the main contact person for this corporate membership. For example, I'm Robin Esther. I created this organization here, but I want someone else to be the contact person for this organization. Let's say I want John Prescott to be the main person for contact. You can see the John Prescott comes up. I can click on this and save, and the person will be saved as the main corporate contact for this organization. Now what we'll do is go back to the admin tab. Let's go to members. Let's click on members. You can see only those memberships pop up here which have been checked. So since ours is unchecked and our transactions have also not been completed yet, because we have to approve them from the admin side if there is a direct debit. So what we'll do is we'll go to finance first, open it up in a new tab. Let's process the direct deposits. It shows up all of the transactions here. We'll go into this later. Oh, sorry. We need to check those memberships first. Now, if I go to Robin Esther, click on it, let's mark this as complete and checked. Let's save these changes. Now we'll go back to the finance. By clicking here, we reach the organization first, and then I click on finance, go to process direct deposits. As you can see, this direct debit plus pending payment is appearing from Robin Esther. I can mark this. I can add the drawer who is drawing this money. Let's say Basit is drawing this money. Let's put in a date for this one. Let's put in 1st of December and click on approve. This pop-up appears. Let's say yes, and this transaction is processed successfully. Now go back to members, and you can see this member is now a part of this organization. Now when I click on this, you can see all of these details that must appear for a member here. You can see this membership belongs to Nickel Fox actually, which is the organization that I added while joining, and it's managed by Robin Esther, and it's a corporate membership. My joining date is this will expire on this date, what my current outstanding is, and if my membership is expired or current, these are the details that will show up, and what chapter I've selected. And I've answered a custom question, which is if I'm able to volunteer to speak at all of the events hosted by this organization. I said yes. And now I can, as an admin, I can also add notes to this membership. Let's say he is a corporate member, and let's click on save. These notes are useful when other admins take over and want to see what are the details for a certain person or a certain corporation. These are the details for Robin Esther. We did not fill any of these details, so these are not appearing here. Alright, we'll go to docs. We can click the documents here and we can download all of the documents that are available. We can download the statement, full statement. We can download an outstanding statement. We can directly click on download, and also this receipt for the direct debit. We can also change the details which is ineffective for Robin Esther. We can change the profile details for Robin Esther. We can add more details to it. Now let's check out the details, which is the page where all of the profile details appear for Robin Esther. And we can, since we have filled in very less details, we'll start to fill in some of the details. Let's say the gender is male, organization is Nickel Fox, position is support, department is support. Let's skip the profile bio headshot. Let's say the bio is support staff. Let's fill in a phone number, which is going to be a sample phone number, and then country, let's say India, let's say New Delhi, okay, Delhi, suburb, let's say South X, postcode, let's say a sample postcode, address 123 Bay Building. And now I can also fill in an alternate mailing address. We can fill it, but we'll choose not to. Let's leave it as it is. We can also fill in the passport details, but we don't need it. Let's also add an email, extra email. Let's say nickelfox@gmail.co, and then let's click on save. Now you can see this changes have been saved successfully and it redirects to the view page. Now let's click on add-ons to see if we have selected any add-ons, which we haven't, of course. Yeah, we haven't selected any add-ons, so no add-ons will show up. If they did, we would have been able to change them. Now we can see memberships, what membership we have selected, and we can modify it too. We can have the contact person modified. We cannot change the membership itself because of some restrictions on the user side, but on the admin side it is possible. We can change the joining date, we can change the expiry date, we can add a membership number. Let's say we have an internal referencing number called 123, and then we have the notes invoice address. Let's say it is Melbourne, Victoria, which is of course a sample address. We can also click on cancelled or unsubscribe so that the user doesn't get any emails, and cancelled means their membership is cancelled. So let's just save. And now there's another page which is custom questions. Here we can see any of the questions we've answered and modify their details for the user. And we can go into payments. We can see if there are any payments outstanding, what payments have we done. Let's see, we have the payments total outstanding. We can see the transaction ID here. We have the payment details, what date it was submitted, what date it was processed, who it was added by, and if there are any pending invoice items. And then on the admin side, you can see there are a host of all other options that you can pay by, which is by admin transfer, master account, EFT, POS, or if it's a refund, we can also issue a refund, which we'll go into later. Now let's click on discounts. We can add a discount for this particular user instead of adding a discount for the whole organization. As we did earlier, we created a discount for the whole organization. We can create a discount for this particular user, which will get added to their reconciliation or their finances. We can select, let's say, discount or charge. We can create both discounts or charges. A discount would mean that they get a certain amount of discount, and a charge would mean they get charged a certain amount. Let's say we're charging them some money. Charges for admin interference. Let's keep this method as arbitrary. Invoice item, we do not have an invoice item that we're giving that we are making this charge upon, so we'll just leave it as it is. Let's say the amount is $100. I can create this discount, and now if you can go back to the payments, you can see this amount will be outstanding. Right now I don't want to pay for this, so I'll just go back and delete this discount. And now it will be gone from the payments as well. You can see. Now we'll see the reconciliations and transactions. Reconciliation basically shows whatever the details of financials have been filled in and whatever transactions have happened. Let's say the user took a corporate membership period ending 1st of December 2028. It cost him $100, which included a VAT of $4.76, VAT or GST. Then they made a payment on 1st of December, which was of 0, so that it reconciles. Then we created a charge for them, which was of $100, and then we deleted the charge for them, which cost -100. And then these are all the financial details or the financial record for the user. Now we can go to transactions. You can see these are the only two transactions that have been done. The difference between transactions and reconciliation is reconciliation shows all of the record whether any transaction was completed or not. However, transactions only shows the transactions that have actually happened, and we can also download receipts for them. Now, locations. These are the locations that a corporate can add for their own. Like if I'm a business and I'm taking this membership, I want to add four of my locations. Suppose I have four stores in the city. I can add the location of all of those four stores. Let's say the first store is Currinda Store 1 and the contact name is Mike. Let's fill in the mandatory fields only. Let's say the country is Australia, Queensland, town, let's say a sample town, and a postcode, let's say a sample postcode, let's say a sample phone number, and I can mark this as head office or private. Let's say this is the head office. I can add it and it's saved. Now I can go to communications if I want to see if any emails have been sent to Robin Esther. You can see there was one email sent to them on 1st of December 2025, which was the Currinda membership confirmation, which is a global email that was triggered because the membership got complete or the membership was paid for, which is what I was talking about when I was talking about miscellaneous settings and email templates. Some of these get copied, all of them get copied into new organizations and events and are triggered at their point of target. Now you can see the content of this email. Currinda membership confirmation. Dear Robin, your membership for Currinda has been received. Membership type is corporate membership. You can log into your dashboard at any stage to update your contact details. Kind regards, Mike Pickford. Now let's close this, and we can also email this particular user if we want to contact this person. We can select from a host of email templates that we already have existing. We can see we have two templates here. Let's say membership confirmation, and all of the details from that template get filled in directly into the content and subject. Let's say that we remove these braces, or sorry, slashes, and inverted commas. Now we can also attach some files or attach an invoice to this email, attach a statement, and attach outstanding statement in case we want to remind the user that they have some pending outstanding money. So these attachments are useful in that case. We can also preview the email here to see what we have written, and we can also click on send here. However, I want to change this primary admin name. Let's insert something different here. We can click on merge fields. Let's see what options we have available. Let's say membership type.name. Although I know this is a wrong one, I'm just showing this for preview. this shows corporate membership. So these fields, they get replaced. Now I'll send this and it gets failed because obviously this is a wrong email address. Alright, now let's go to submembers. This tab only appears when we are a corporate membership and we can see all of the submembers. Otherwise, this is not visible to the normal users or normal organization members. Now we can see we have 3 submembers which are already part of Currinda, and as I already said, I can also detach them here. Let's say I detach David Tyler. Now this David Tyler is detached. I can add a new submember by clicking on new user. I can insert their name, enter the name or email of the new user to add as a submember. I can add a simple name and it gets added as a submember. Let's say the name is John Woods. Creating an ad, clicking on ad, and now you can see John Woods is a person here, which is a submember. It does not have to be a Currinda user. Clicking on takeover would take me to the takeover mode for this user, which will be like watching this organization from the viewpoint of a corporate member for now. Or if it's a normal user, we can see it from the viewpoint of a normal organization member. Let's click on takeover. The takeover mode is enabled and we are in the profile of Robin Esther. We can see the details from his viewpoint so that it's easy to debug or see any problems with their account. Now let's just exit the takeover mode. Now we are back here. Now the membership is complete, and I can also go and show you what other membership tabs mean or what actions we can do with them.